Hello, everybody. Thanks for joining me and thanks for coming back to the live. If you are up, what I'm about to say to you is not good news. Some of you will already know what I've just released to the public on the last live, which was 3 hours long. But I'm now back on Wednesday, December 6th, 2000. Oh, Lord, look at me. I'm gone. January 6th. My brain's go. January 6th, 2021. And it's an early morning, high 10. I'm in the witching hour at 2:11 a.m. 4 in the chat, 2 thumbs up, super chatter queen, if you can. I just got disturbing news. In the last chat, I had to upload everything and put my titles on everything. So that's the reason why I couldn't jump back on. I have to load up everything. My other video is probably uploading as I speak. Let me check it to see if my other video has come up. It's still processing. I had 3 hours and 14 minutes on the last video. Why is West Watkins clan keeping quiet about missing boys? That video is uploading as I speak to you all. I'm just befuddled and pissed off right now. Very angry now. How much wine tonight? Well, I had quite a bit in the bottle. It was a nice sized bottle. I finished it. I had drunk some of it yesterday. I drank a little bit out of it. It's a nice size, it's a nice size bottle. I still got a little glass left here. I was going to make me a little bit of whiskey and lemonade, but I'll wait and see how crunk I decide to get. I got 6 in the chat, 4 thumbs up. Thanks for joining me in the witching hour on these. I keep want to say December. January 6th, 2021. Warm greetings from the high 10. It is everyday shenanigans on this witching hour. 2 in the morning, 2:12 a.m. January 6th, 2021. I don't know why I want to keep saying December. What's throwing me off is because this case took place in December. And I'm pissed off right now. And I'm about to go ham. So if you don't want to hear me curse or use derogatory language, you need to remove yourself from the chat. You need to remove yourself from the chat. Because I'm not about to play nice. Let me give you the people that you need to notify in case you want to watch their commentary. Drinking my wine, waiting for you. Thank you, Joelle. Thank you so much, Katina. Thank you so much. I'm going to acknowledge all of you all that's in the chat that came on back. Carolyn is in here. Katina's in here. Joelle's in here. Just Queen. I want to thank you all for joining me. I got 9 thumbs up. Thank you all. Cow City Missing Boys Live Part 2 is a video I just watched. Thank you, ACY. I just watched a video. Let me give him a thumbs up. Mr. AV Watchman. AV Watchman United. If you are listening to me, I am Angela with Everyday Shenanigans on YouTube. I just posted your video to my wall, community wall, so I hope that is okay, because I see you've had some issues with not getting people to acknowledge you or ask for permission for your videos. So I just put your video up to my community wall to let everybody know to go over to your channel to watch the said information, so they will not have heard it from the queen. They can view it for themselves, interpret it how they see fit. So, AV Watchmen United released a video 55 minutes ago. And the title of the video is Cow City Missing Boys Live Part 2. And in this said video, he goes into the home of the neighbor to watch surveillance footage from that said home from December 19th, which was on a Sunday, 2020. We are now in a new year, 2 weeks in. Yesterday was 2 weeks to the date that America got wind of 2 little black boys missing out of California City, California. Those children have not been seen. Those children have not been located. We do not have any information that came from the police as far as leads or anything. Oh, Taruka Ranger, thanks for coming on. So, anybody coming in, you need to go to my last live to get the said information. It is long. That's why I don't like doing the long lives, because really 3 hours, 2 hours is too long for somebody to sit and watch a YouTube video. That's common sense. You don't even watch a movie for 3 hours, 2 hours. But what I'm about to say in this live is that a video has been released by the neighbor 55 minutes ago, uploaded through the AV Watchman YouTube channel. If you want to verify what I'm saying to you, AV Watchman United is a YouTuber. He also has AV News channel on YouTube. He has just uploaded a video to YouTube showing video surveillance from California City, California, from a neighbor's home that shows Jacqueline and Trezelle West loading up inside of a van, a white van with tinted windows, at their said residence, December 19th, 2020 at 11:32 a.m., only boarding in 4 small children. So where were the other 2 children on December 19th, 2020? You filed a false report to the police that your children were missing. Oh yeah, I'm about to get crunk. So if you can't hang, you need not leave no comment in my chat. You need not say nothing. I don't know why my comments are not coming up. I'm just, what the fuck is going on? I'm about to get pissed off. Y'all ain't saying nothing out there. 16 in the room, 10 thumbs up. You lied to the police and filed a false report to the police that you had 2 kids missing, that they was in the backyard, and yah. I'm not even going to repeat all the stupid shit you said about that fucking day, because we now know it's a lie. And we already thought, some of us, that you were fraudulent in your commentary. You and your wife, she's swaying back and forth like she in church, trying to give the 411. Hallelujah! Hallelujah! She's swaying back and forth. You sitting here doing all this, whatever you got going on. TG called it out in her live last night that she thinks you had a phone in your hand. And when you go inside your door, Monkey Joe, you had switched something from the right hand to the left. TG caught it. Now, I'm on and popping this morning. You've been lying to the public. You lied, let's say. We ain't going to use present tense because your monkey ass ain't been talking. You and that stringy-haired witch, you've been toting on your back, or as we say in the streets down here in the 10, oops, on your hip. On your hip. You've been toting that stringy-haired, dark-haired ass monkey with you. What the fuck you do with them fucking kids? You dusty bitch. You and that bitch you got with you. What the fuck you do with them kids? I can't do this live. What you do with them kids? Trezelle West, Jacqueline West, what you do with them babies? Because we now know you lied to the police and you didn't have 6 kids entering that van at 11:32 a.m. because the neighbor didn't released it. I guess he decided to say, I ain't gonna hide. He ain't gonna hide. What you do with them people's babies? You done killed them babies. You done killed them babies. You done killed them kids. What they do to you? What them kids do to you? They ain't do nothing to you. They ain't do nothing to you. Ryan Dean, I don't know you. And you may think I've come hard down on you in my videos. I'm a right fighter, baby. That's all I know. And I'm flawed. I'm a sinner. I'm not perfect. I feel bad for you today. Because I don't know where you at that you're going to see this video. And you're going to see that that man has lied. Him and that bitch did something to those kids, to your kids. And all I can do is say, have mercy on you. But the motherfuckers killed your kids. And we going to go on and say it now. I'm not going to sit here and talk about no damn human trafficking, no selling no kids. I just got a funky feeling them kids are possibly dead. Have mercy if they are alive. But who gonna bring them back? Think about it. If those kids are alive, who is gonna bring them back? Who is getting ready to say, I bought 2 kids? Ain't nobody getting ready to bring them kids back. Because now they got to admit that they bought kids. That's against the law to buy a human. And your stinking ass brother getting up here putting all that shit up on that damn Medium channel talking about we family, we this. Fuck you. You gonna ride or die on a motherfucker you don't know nothing about? I don't give a fuck if that's your brother, your mammy gave birth to him, or your fucking daddy. Fuck you know that nigga. You don't know him. You don't like it. I'm right here. But see, I'm gonna give you what ain't nobody gave you. And that's the truth. Two babies. You just decided to take them 2. You killed them 2. You done something with them, dude. You and that witch you got. Ain't no way in my right mind I'm going to sit here and think you just sold them. Because what I have to always think of is that whoever took them, if you did sell them, they can't bring them back. They could do nothing but drop them off somewhere and pray nothing happens to them to get them to safety. To get them to safety. If they are alive. If you sold them babies, this person's now got to risk bringing them babies back. I didn't think I would cry right now because I was so angry. I just figured the worst I'd do is cuss these motherfuckers out. But I'm human. And I'm disgusted right now. Because in my heart, I knew that them 2 did something. I didn't have no verification what they did. But I knew they did something to this baby. These babies. You some low-down motherfuckers. You 2 some low-down motherfuckers. Oh, wee baby. You 2 are low down. You grimy motherfucker. You, yes. Both of you stinking motherfuckers. I'm gonna keep saying it. Y'all grimy as hell. You gonna take somebody baby in and keep them for 2 years. You kept them for 2 years before you even adopted them. And then you gonna snuff them out. Jacqueline, Trezelle West, listen at the Queen. They got your number, boo-boo. Use a rap. Use a rap. Use a rap. Guess what? Use a rap, baby. You ain't gonna never be able to explain in a court of law what you did to them kids. Ain't nobody gonna listen at you. Ain't nobody gonna listen at you. So all I can do is tell you to do what? Boo-boo. You and Jacqueline West, let me tell you what you should do. Since y'all like writing letters, I want you to go on that Medium site and upload a letter to the public and tell them what you did to them kids. Tell America what you did to them kids. A Dear John, yes. Go write a Dear John letter on that Medium site and tell the world what you did to them kids. And then I want you both to go to the Lowe's and Home Depot and tie your two, get you some rope. Yeah, Queen gonna keep it real now. I'm on 10, I'm in the street. So if y'all ain't never been in the street, you can pretend you don't hear what the fuck I'm getting ready to say. Jacqueline West, Pookie West, I want you to go to Home Depot. And I want you to get you some motherfucking rope. And I want you to find you some cylinder blocks. And I want you all to go find you a little motherfucking canoe. And you row that motherfucker out in the middle of the ocean. And both of you take turns tying cylinder blocks to both of your feet. And dump your motherfucking ass over in that motherfucking ocean. I don't even want to hear your fucking name no more after today. I don't want to hear nothing about a lawyer. I don't want to hear nothing from your motherfucking brother, Jamal Watkins. I don't want to hear nothing about your mammy. I don't want to hear nothing about Pookie, Ray. I don't want to hear nothing about none of your fucking friends, family. I don't want to hear nothing about them folks. Because I got a funky feeling that they knew something wasn't up to par with you and Jacqueline. Because see, what I learned about people, they too scared to talk. They too scared to tell folks they see shit that ain't proper. And I got a feeling, just as quick as shit went down with Ryan Dean and them boys, somebody done seen something wasn't right with you and them kids. And that's why your black ass moved from that apartment complex. That's why you and Jacqueline left Bakersville, California. Because somebody saw something. Somebody had been knocking at your door. Somebody had been inquiring about the motherfucking kids. And you knew, we got to get out of here because they coming back. So you came down here to California City. You played duck, duck, goose with that white woman about that house. And you ducked her around for 6 months, knowing you didn't have no money to buy that house. And she foolishly kept playing with you for 6 months because she wanted money to sell her house. You were running from Bakersfield. Right, Nitra. The police knew not to search for the babies. They knew not to issue an Amber Alert because they had already talked to the neighbor and watched footage from December 19th. We know now. We don't need to speculate no more. So there ain't nobody need to be asking no more crazy ass questions about bicycles, tricycles, the bag in the desert. Kill all that now. Kill all that. It's over with. It's over with. You harmed them kids. You harmed those kids. And one could say, you knew all along that you weren't going to keep them fucking kids when you took them in your house. You two just waited and waited and waited for a master plan. But you and Jacqueline knew that you were never going to do right by your adopted children. Hell, I would say you weren't going to do right by the children you got. You used the system. You milked the government out money from the state of California to hoard these children. Wait a minute, Dime a Dozen. Hold on. AV Watchmen United, baby. It's on YouTube. It's called Cal City Missing Boys Live Part 2. For anybody that wants verification for the commentary that I'm bringing inside of this video, log on to AV Watchmen United. And it's under Cal City Missing Boys Live Part 2. You're welcome, baby. You have been milking the government out of money for these children. You've probably done other fraudulent things. I won't even doubt that you all are probably, AV Watchmen United. I won't doubt that you all are probably drug addicts. I won't doubt that you're probably meth heads. You're probably coke heads. You're probably heroin heads. You are probably dope fiends. As I stated in my live a few hours ago, that I saw in your brother's pictures that you are a frail looking motherfucker, and that stringy haired bitch that you got on your hip, she was looking thin a year ago standing in the kitchen. Oh, the queen is gonna get real with you now in the AM. You two are probably meth heads, and you've been getting high. You're certified dope fiends. I won't doubt it. I can say what I want in my video. Because like I tell you, YouTube ain't got me up on no pedestal where I feel indebted to YouTube. Cheers. I can say what I want about you. I can say what I want about you. Joel, who knows? Who knows what those children have seen in the house? Who knows how the children have been treated in the house? See, ain't nobody thought about that because everybody's focus has been on the two. You've been thinking to yourself, well, who got something to say? Ain't nobody got nothing to say about what the queen's saying in this video. Fuck you worried about what I'm saying. Go say something to them too. Nitra, that's what I'm saying. Who's to say these two didn't decide to become foster parents, to milk the state out of money, to get high? They already told you Bakersfield is high, ridden with drugs. These two are probably dope fiends. They found an easy way to make money and come up. The bitch been on the LinkedIn page lying, talking about he an entrepreneur. Nigga, you ain't got no damn job, nigga. You don't work nowhere. Where you work? You've been milking the state. It'd be different. You was milking the state for your own kids. You want to do something frivolous. You using these kids. You using these kids. They ain't done nothing to you. And I ain't about to sit here and be thinking them kids alive. Y'all better wake up. You better hope they're alive for the children's sake. But I won't be surprised. The worst case scenario. This is utter sickness, bottom feeding, gutter ratchetness. 31 in the chat, 25 thumbs up at 2 a.m. in the morning. I thank you for your loyalty and hanging in with a queen. Because there's no way I can get no rest now after seeing what that man just showed on that damn video. And America gonna be sick when they wake up in the morning. Amen. See, I keep telling y'all, some of y'all don't like to hear what I'm getting ready to say to you. But what did I tell you about Facebook, rhetoric? Always listen to what the police is telling you. I told y'all, what have I told y'all for the past couple of days? Those who really listen to me, I told you everything is in the details. That everything you need to know about this case, the police done already told you 2 weeks ago. He didn't tell you what you wanted to hear, but he let you know, I already know what's going on. See, y'all was waiting for a dead body to come out of bag from that house, the backyard. You was waiting to hear the 2 babies been found on the side of the road somewhere, floating in the ocean. You see, it don't work like that. The police told you, I suspect foul play. Thank you, baby. Thank you, Cupcake. I suspect foul play. The dog hit on just the house inside. See, all that other shit about dirt and chalk and outside and this and that didn't mean nothing. You supposed to listen to what the chief of police was trying to tell you. He told you. We got things in the works. I can't tell you nothing else. I can't tell you nothing else. And remember, I told you to always listen to what a person is saying. When the reporter was asking, did the neighbors see any other children? The reporter didn't say all the children. He just said the children. So you assume he's talking about the 2 children. So then the police answers back, no, they ain't seen no children. So we got to assume what? You only talking about the 2 or you talking about the 4? Well, now we know they was basically talking about the 2 because he had already seen the video to see 4 heads get in the van. But they didn't let us know that. So we sit here wondering all kind of crazy stuff. Damn, how many kids, or how many kids were seen, or did they ever make it to the house? Did all 6 make it to the house? Did all 4 make it to the house? Well, now the answers are here. 4 made it. 2 did not. Right, Nitra. It was in plain sight. Because it always is. And I thank you, I'm glad and humbled to be appreciated. I damn near got the shakes right now because I'm sitting here saying to myself, you can talk all the crazy stuff on YouTube all day, but you really don't know what's going on. You don't want to be throwing somebody under the bus if possibly they didn't hurt them kids. Could it be we just looking at 2 people that's acting weird? Thank you, Tanya. Thank you, Nitra. But now we see that we weren't wrong. That you did something to them boys. And it ain't looking good because we're now in 2 weeks and we don't hear nothing about human trafficking. They over here at Pookie House. They over here. You sold them. You lent them out. You rented them out. So what did you do with them? What you do with them kids? Jacqueline, Trezelle. See, let me tell y'all something. Y'all supposed to know them 2 dusty motherfuckers was guilty when he didn't want to give his government name to the news. You must be kin to April Thomas. Oops, I said it. Oops, I said it. Jacqueline, you right. You kin to April Thomas in Alabama? Because y'all think alike. That dusty hoe didn't want to give her baby's name. Camille McKinney. Spell it. Fucking name ain't no cupcakes. See, you just like her too. You ain't no different. Because see, a person that don't want to get a government name to the public tells you everything you need to know. You got 2 kids missing. And the reporter says, What is your name? Hey, you won't even get a news report of your name. April Thomas, what your baby name is? I don't know. You don't need to know all that. We call it cupcakes. We call it cupcakes. She ain't got no name. Well, I'll be damned. And guess what? This won't be the last story you're going to hear about a baby missing. 2 babies missing. A baby found in a dumpster. As soon as I lay my head on my pillow, there'll be another story about a baby, about a child. And we'll be right back in this same place again, talking about where they baby at, where they son at, what happened to his leg, what happened to his arm. It don't never stop. It's a Ferris wheel. And you can't get off. Because you people so trifling that you don't love yourself, so you can't possibly love no kid. And yet you just keep on giving birth to them, popping them out like they damn candy, bringing them in your house, acting like you want children to take care of, when all in all, you don't care nothing about no damn kids because you don't care about yourself. But everybody ride or die on your back, got your back. I'm your friend. I got you. They don't even know who the fuck they dealing with. You sitting up here sitting at the table with Satan himself. You don't know nothing about these damn folks you talking about. Putting up Facebook pages and posts, going to another site to post your comment that's going to pay you to talk like you somebody important. Giselle and Jacqueline and Mr. Watkins. Mr. Watkins, I'm going to put you in there too, because guess what? I tried to be polite, but I'm going to give it to you too. Who the fuck are y'all? Who are you people? Who are you people to go post commentary on a site and expect regular civilians to pay you money to spend lies to us? Come on with it. You thought somebody was getting ready to spend their money to listen that you spend some more lies about them little boys. But sadly, somebody would put their money in there. You already talking about you done went and got some not GoFundMe money, but some reward money. What y'all getting ready to do with that now? Go put a swimming pool in the back of the house? Well, I never. Y'all fucked up. Y'all fucked up, baby. You about to be on every network from here to New York. You about to get your 5 minutes of fame. You want to be somebody, Giselle, because your brother's doing a little bit better than you. Yeah, the queen about to get gritty nasty. I'm going to go to the underbelly and talk about y'all because I can now. I'm going to talk about you dusty motherfuckers. See, your brother up there in Washington, D.C. with a fancy, cushy job and a nice title and didn't use his platform to promote these 2 kids because I guess he was scared to bring heat to his profession. Well, guess what? You want to be famous, boo-boo? You and that stringy-haired bitch. Well, guess what? You're going to be famous now, boo-boo, because you're about to be on every news network from here to New York, Afghanistan, Australia, the UK. You get ready to get talked about. But what you need to be worried about is what they're going to do to you in that jail. I said it. Jacqueline, you can't use no Suave shampoo no more, boo-boo. I bet you your first court appearance, when you decide they try you and you go to trial, Jacqueline, bet your ass will be gray. I bet your ass will be gray. Yeah, buddy. All that long hair flowing. You about to be gray as fuck when you stand before that judge. Oh, yes. Let's talk about that, Ever Ross. You picked the right state to knock off 2 kids. They got the death penalty in California. Oh, she ain't got no Clairol. She ain't got nothing. She ain't got nothing. You see, I've seen the pictures of your kids on your brother's Facebook page. You didn't like combing the hair of your own biological children, your little mixed babies. You didn't take a clippers to their head, walking around looking nappy-headed. Black folks, why don't you play like that? Come on with it. Come on with it. It don't matter if we growing our hair out. We pick our hair out. We pick our hair out. So you see, when the baby mama made comments about the children, hair wasn't getting combed, first thing I thought, where is she getting this information? What the hell am I missing? Hell, I went to Facebook and saw your own little 2 nappy-headed ass kids. You wasn't even picking them children hair. You didn't brush it. You didn't take them to the barber. Why? See, that's dope fiend behavior. I keep telling y'all to stay woke. You see, let me tell you something about Facebook. Facebook is an illusion. See, on Facebook, you can post anything you want to on there. Look at how you want to look on there. Put your eyelashes on, stand in front of your nice picture and pose like you're living high off the horse when you're barely living. You're miserable as fuck inside. You're crying inside. You got the tears of a clown. We all do it because nobody's perfect. But you 2 motherfuckers, y'all on a whole different level. Because when you start talking about killing babies and messing with babies, that's a whole different ball game. Y'all getting high. Y'all out there in California getting high. That's why you didn't care about combing your own children's hair. Because you see, your own 2 kids came here first. Yeah, Queen went looking. And I don't even do Facebook like that. Because I always tell y'all, I don't care about Facebook. I want receipts. See, your own 2 kids didn't have their hair combed. That told me everything right there. And that didn't have nothing to do with the 2 babies that's missing. You didn't comb your own damn kids' hair. Oh, yeah, peel heads. Right. So which was it? Was it the pills? Was it the meth? Or the heroin? Well, that's the point of this story. It's that you can fudge anything. Those same tests you get, they give to you on jobs, the military, police officer, all that. Okay? So you tell the people what they want to hear. They'll ask you a question. What would you do if you see Bob stealing out of the drawer? Well, any fool is not going to say, oh, I ain't going to say nothing. You're supposed to answer, I would say something. Do you understand what I'm saying? So they ask you the same questions 3 times, 3 different ways. Everybody knows that. Everybody knows that. Oh, I love kids. Yes, we've always wanted a house full of children. But you know, I can't have any more babies and blah, blah, blah. People lie. Okay, watch her be the one to sleep all the time. Y'all crazy. AC Wall was talking about adopting a child. Went through criminal background check, called NCIC, psych test, financial records background, random drug test, home studies. Some people are just good at being undercover devils. And that's the point. It's that there is no such thing as foolproof. That people will tell you anything. All this stuff that you have seen on TV in the past 20, 30, 40, 50 years about true crime, somebody believed in that same person who is now incarcerated or dead and killed themselves because they couldn't take the pressure. See, that's the thing everybody needs to understand. That you don't know people. That the same people you laughing and cackling with, they have devious intentions. That they don't mean you no good. They're not your friend. You go to work every day bragging about some crazy person on your job. She's so nice. He's so nice. And then you hear on the news, they done poisoned somebody. They done brought in a whole bunch of damn brownies and try to knock all y'all asses off in there. Better wake up. You don't know people. Just like the people who lived in the house before the lady who sold the house to them. That house was a grow house. They were growing weed out of there. So that house got an omen on it. You know, I understand people want to hustle. They want to make their money. But look, you see they left, got caught. So then this white lady come along and that's how she got the house for cheap. And then she decided to move. And then she decided to sell it. And then here come this West family come along pretending they want to buy her house. But hell, they didn't even have money. Cash money, nothing, I guess, to even put down on the damn house. And couldn't even secure a bank loan. But they got the money some kind of way. And like y'all said, perhaps they sold their kids. And that was the money they put down on the house. I don't know. This is what y'all been putting out there. But like I said, I don't have no proof to nothing. I don't have any proof to how they bought their house, where the money came from. But it's bullshit. Ever Rocks, your guess is good as mine. Well, Ever Rocks, that's my point. We don't know nothing about nothing. You know, I always had the gift of discernment. Let me tell you all a short story. During the winter of 95, I believe it was 95, 96, maybe 95. I have an older auntie. She's no longer living. Well, you're right. Everything's a legend. Well, Ever Rocks, they were getting money from the government. That's how. Anyway, one winter, many moons ago, I was in my aunt's apartment. I lived around the corner from her, you know, in the same apartment complex. And the snow had rose up high. I mean, it snowed and snowed and snowed. This was 95, I think, the winter 95, before going into 96. And I went in her apartment and I kept her company. And she was called a hoodoo lady, for those who know what that means. She practiced voodoo. I ain't never paid my auntie no attention because, you know, I ain't get into all that voodoo talk. Some people thought it's real. Some people believe in voodoo. Some people don't. So that winter we were sitting in the living room talking, and she kept looking at me. And she said, "You know you got it, don't you?" I said, "Got what?" "The gift." I said, "The gift? What are you talking about?" "The gift of discernment. You been had it. You had it ever since you was a child. You knew stuff. You thought about stuff. And it came true." So I started thinking about that. And I said, what the hell is this old lady talking about? So it scared me. Because, you know, she already believed in that voodoo stuff. So I started getting shaky. It's winter. It's nighttime. Snow falling. So it was spooking me out. Because I was like, what the hell is Henrietta talking about? What's just so damn I got the gift. So I said, what? I said, I don't understand what you're saying. She said, Angela, you've been had the gift as a child. You've had the gift of discernment. You know stuff. You sense stuff. You dream stuff. You've always done it. So what scared me is because I knew she was telling the truth. And I just was scared to say it to her while she was sitting there. And I said, dear God, Yana said somebody just released a new video. Yana released, okay. I said, okay, I understand what you're saying, Auntie. You're right. When I was growing up, I would sense stuff. I would think about stuff, and it would come true. And she said, you've always had it. You're an Aquarius, which, I don't get into all that signs and stuff. But she said, you've always had the gift. And I just want to let you know that you've been having it. So even now, when I think back to that, I always think, well, why would she say that to me? Why is she trying to tell me I had the gift? Hell, if I had the gift, why my life is so messed up? Why I ain't had better luck with stuff in my life? Because, people will say that. Where have you know this? Because my uncle used to say that about her. Whether she knew she practiced voodoo and she knows so much, why she ain't got no money? My uncle, he dead and gone. But I thought about that when he said that about her. He said, well, hell, if she knows she got the gift, why she go pick out the 4-digit and hit the number? And I told him, I said, you know what? I don't think it works like that. And he said, well, I'm just saying. But I'm going to tell you, I believe what she told me. Because what people think is negative coming out of my mouth, it's not negative. It is that gift. And I'm going to go on and claim it now on my live. That I always knew I had it. I had it one day in high school, and it freaked me out. And this girl, I'm going to call your name. I'm not going to call your whole name out because I don't know where you are in the world, and I don't just want to call nobody's whole government name out on live. But I'm going to speak this to somebody who I went to high school with, and you know who I am. And if you ever see this live, it's going to freak you out what I'm getting ready to say to you, because it's getting ready to freak me out now repeating it. But the summer of 86, that's how far back I'm going to go. I was in high school. And I had a dream about a white girl named Karen. Like I said, I'm not going to give her full name just so I don't disrespect her. I had a dream that Karen had cut her hair. Are y'all following me? Karen was a pale-faced white girl with freckles. She had long red hair, feathered with layers. Back then, we had feathers in our hair. Everybody feathered their hair back in the 80s. So I said, I woke up from the dream. What the hell I'm doing dreaming about Karen? She had cut her hair in a bob in the dream. So I guess y'all know where I'm going with this. First day of school, 10th grade. I walk into the vestibule, and everybody's crowded in the vestibule because, we ain't seen each other since summer vacation. So everybody's crowded in the vestibule, talking to each other, laughing before classes start. And then I get a visual of Karen. All these heads in the room, and I'm a tall girl, so I can see over everybody's heads. I spot Karen with a bob. And do you know I almost passed out in that damn lobby when I saw that white girl had cut all her damn hair off? And I had dreamt over in the summer. I had a dream about her. And in the dream, her hair was short. And the first day of school, I'm standing in the damn lobby. And that white girl has got short hair. And I ain't been the same since. And that's on God, that story. That freaked me out. Because I said, wait a minute. You just dreamt of this damn girl with short hair and a bob. And then you go into the damn school the first day after summer break and see her standing in that lobby and she cut all her hair off. just in the same style. It was in the dream. Now, don't tell me. So that's why I don't like my dreams. Some of my dreams are good. Some of them are horrible. And I've had somebody say that to me. Angela, I don't like when you dream. Because your dreams be on the money. So don't ever come repeat nothing to me about me in your dreams. And that's why I don't really like dreaming. I can tell you all that now. Some of my dreams are great. Some of my dreams are not. And I have a lot of deja vu. And I've had that ever since a child. That I could be sitting here talking about something with you all. I could be sitting here talking about something with somebody. And then one day I'll go somewhere and something will be happening as I'm in the space I'm in. And the first thing that will come to me is, oops, I done been here before. What the hell y'all talking about, AC? What's her brother's name? Who y'all talking about? Y'all talking about 12 different damn things in this chat. What's going on? Yeah, Tanya, you right, it comes with a price. They kill those boys, though they can get away. And thankful information. Hurtful. We all know the baby is going. Yes, I seen that video. This is Christian Foster. And I knew that he lied and they kill those boys, though they can get away. Okay, I'm trying to read all y'all comments. Because white girl front have to work at their hair like hours and hours. Love you, girl. Leslie, stop it. Oh, Evan Rock said I'm into astrology. I was just trying to catch up on y'all comments while I was telling that story. But yes, I have had the gift of discernment. I've always had it. That's why when I hear stuff that don't even have nothing to do with what I watch on TV or what I talk about on YouTube, I can tell when I can talk to people. I already know where people are coming from. I already know if you're deceptive. I already know you as a liar. I already know you not who you say you are. She said because their face isn't ate up. What the hell? Y'all is really what? I say pills because their face isn't ate up. Well, ACY, I don't know. Let me tell you something about them too. I don't care what happened to them after the day. I don't even really have to get up here and say nothing else about this case until they push the door open wherever they at and serve a warrant. Those two are buffoons. Those two are buffoons. I'm 53 minutes into the new chat. For those just joining us, it has been revealed to us inside. Oh, Yana, she has a channel. Yana 212 has a channel on YouTube. That's what they're talking about. I'm over this. Because, see, this is when I know I'm getting frustrated. Something about to do something. I start getting frustrated with a case to where I just get angry. And that's most of you see who joined me in the beginning of this live. I did cry. And I am a very emotional person. And I didn't think I was going to cry in this live. I'm just tired of this stuff. I'm tired of these stories. That's why I keep telling myself, I'm going to talk about something else because this is getting ridiculous. To keep doing lives and videos uploading about these crazy ass people who don't care nothing about living, don't care about nothing. Tanya, the adoptive parent, what are you talking about? I don't know what y'all talking about in the chat. Don't y'all start no foolishness. I'm about to go up in these cabinets and bring some potato chips out. And I'm going to tell you something else that spooked me out. Because I might stop doing these videos altogether on YouTube because this gift of discernment is starting to get up under my, starting to rattle my cage. I had been sitting yesterday watching Chris Thorne's live. And I had said this to myself before he even said it. I was sitting on the couch. I was either in the couch. Well, no, I was in my bed because I wasn't on the couch. I had said, dang, with all this stuff going on, I should just tell my live, let's get a basket of popcorn, sit it on the table while I do my live, like with the picture show. Because all the stuff I talk about makes me want to get a bowl of popcorn out. I was sitting there listening, and when he said, we could eat a thing of popcorn with all the stuff going on, I'm telling you, I almost passed out because I had just thought about that. Getting a thing of popcorn and eating it on the live while talking about this crazy stuff. And then he spits it out his tongue, and I said, okay, now you know what? I'm done now. Queen is done. Thank you, Nitra. I'm spooked. I'm tired of these. I'm tired of these stories of these kids. I can't. It's just too much for me. It's too much for me. There's just things I wanted to tell you all on this live. I can't say about certain things that's going on in this vicinity where I live because I can't reveal my actual location where I stay. So the things I want to say on this live, I just can't say everything. And that's what I keep trying to tell people. You have to be very careful what you talk about on social media because shit can come back and bite you in your ass. But I was thinking about some people who I think murdered that baby in a small town near me. Because they found a baby in a lake back in the spring 2020. Do you understand what I'm saying to you? And I started thinking, hell, maybe I knew who put the baby in the lake. But then I got the 411 from the police, and they ain't revealed this to nobody, but I'm going to say it in my live. They said, oh, well, that ain't who you think it is. We already know who put the baby in the lake. Well, then why the fuck y'all ain't telling nobody who did? You mentioned that to me in November. Well, it's now January, first week in January. Why don't you tell us so people will know? Kenosha, Wisconsin, need more support. We ain't about to talk about that in the live because I'll sure enough get my blood pressure up. Okay, Miss Lita just joined us. Take a break. I need a break. Ever Rocks to my Kenosha, we need more. And my sister lives in Wisconsin. ACY. Tanya, I mean, if they was on meth or heroin, there's a certain look. Face all scrabbled up and being, wait a minute, let me pull that comment back up. Scrabbled up and being super skinny. Somebody can take pills and there's not a lot of physical signs. She just gave us that look. Well, I'll tell you what, you ain't gonna be able to keep popping them pills without, you gonna have some signs eventually. When you start popping them pills, you gonna have some look. Yeah, you may not have your face broke out, but you're going to start exhibiting some signs you ain't right. But that's the sad information. Almost an hour into this chat. I'm not going to hold you all long because it's late in the hour. And I'm sure it's probably 3-something in the morning. Yeah, it's 3 o'clock on the dot. Lord, shut your mouth. But that is the sad information, you guys. I got 34 in the room, 36 thumbs up. Queen doing something right. These people have lied to us. They have hoodwinked and bamboozled us, so they thought. Vicky, Estes, where you been? Well, where you been, Vicky? My goodness. Talking about you missed me. Well, where you been? Because Queen been right here. The Queen's been right here. Chardonnay and all. Where you been? Oh, you been sick. Okay, I'm sorry. Well, prayers to Vicky. Tanya, thank you. Like I said, I'm not going to hold you all because I'm 1 hour in. I don't know if I got the strength to go on. I'm frustrated. I'm aggravated. And now I got to sit here and wonder where the hell these children are now since we got the 411 from a video surveillance that the children were not seen on surveillance. December 19, 2020. The children are gone. And where they are, I do not know. But they ain't with the family. None of the family members know where they are, allegedly. I don't know what them stinking ass folks know. Ain't no telling. Because people will lie for other people. But this is what I said. I wonder why, as I said, the mama, y'all ain't got nothing to say about them kids. When the last time y'all seen them children? That's what I like to know. When the last time Mama Bear, Grandmama, seen the children? When the last time you seen the children, Grandmama? Since you like keeping kids, you done kept them 4 little munchkins, so they said. We probably know that's a lie, because you can't believe nothing they done said, because now the camera shows 4 kids and the parents. So we already know you are lying. I told y'all, think about everything you're hearing. You don't know that the grandmama had the kids. Somebody kept jumping in the chat, kept saying it over and over. Vacation, vacation, vacation. You don't know shit. Y'all don't know where the hell them kids been. So grandmama, eye to eye. Good night, Carolyn. Good night, baby. When the last time you seen the 2 little babies? I'll wait. If you allegedly took the 4 kids 2 weeks ago, as Trezell told the news, you didn't ask about where the other 2 little children were? They here with us, mama. They a little too much for you. They rambunctious. So you go on to take the other 4. You take the other 4. Yeah, Tanya, I know. Ever Rocks, I know they ain't seen them. See, I keep telling y'all, people will ride or die for the devil. Do you understand what I'm saying? Who's to say how long these children been gone? And you got to ask yourself, you bringing those kids around your mama, her mama, depending on which mama live in the state of California. So ain't nobody asking where them other 2 little kids are. Okay. So grandmamas, if y'all live in California or nearby, when the last time y'all seen them 2 little ones that's missing? I'll wait. Y'all might be going down the rabbit hole with them 2 motherfuckers. How about that? Because now the surveillance shows 2 days before she lied to the police and filed a false police report, they ain't show but 4 kids getting in the van from the neighbor's surveillance camera. So grandmamas, when was the last time you seen the little bitty spiders? We want to know. All y'all motherfuckers gonna be in the cell together. How about that? And right, come to the media with some raggedy story that went missing and playing with chalk. How about this? Jacqueline, Trezell, suck on that chalk. How you doing, Miss Lita J? We all pissed, baby. See, something was going on in Bakersfield. That's what led them to Cal City. Something was going on in Bakersfield, which led them to go buy a house in another city an hour or so away. And they thought they could leave the BS back there, and nobody would find them. Nobody would ask questions, and they would start a new life over here with 4 little bitty spiders. But see, I don't trust you, because I won't doubt that them other 2 you adopted end up with having an accident and go missing. Who's to say they wasn't getting ready to knock off them other 2? Y'all better stay woke. You better stay woke. How you know they wasn't getting ready to knock off them other 2? How you know they wasn't getting ready to knock off them other 2 babies? You don't hear me. How you know they were not getting ready to knock off them other two babies. Well, Ever Rock says no such thing as doing right by somebody when you didn't have no intention of doing right when you got them. How this stuff is saying it. It's about the money. These people are thirsty. They are greedy. Like I said, I won't doubt that they have drug problems. I'm just gonna keep it 100. Grandma stays in room all day. She knows nothing. She's so all day. Grandma might have gotten it next. Tanya, don't start making no jokes now. I can't with y'all. I don't think they really care for the last two babies by the way they describe them. Well, TG mentioned that in her live, but I said, I didn't really get offended. I didn't get offended by them calling them black babies because they were black children. And if you in a neighborhood that's full of white people or other races, well, how else would you describe them? Because most people probably would say, well, hey, did you see some little kids, black kids? You probably wouldn't say that if you was in a neighborhood full of black people. You wouldn't say, did you see two little black babies walking around? You just say, hey, I got a little kid, a 4-year-old or this old. Did you see some little bitty kids running around? Do you see what I'm saying? But if you're in a neighborhood where there's no black people, you would probably say, did you see some little black kids running around? I don't know. That's just me. I didn't get offended by that because I just assumed that the neighbors weren't black. So that's why they said, hey, did you see? But I get what you're saying. Maybe they should have just said, did you see some kids running around? And just assume that they're talking about black kids. But what if they had adopted white kids? See what I'm saying? Oh, Nietzsche, you talking when he said they're rambunctious. Well, see, that's what that's what TG was talking about in her live. And that other girl, Miss V, was talking about why would you say that in a live TV broadcast? So I get that about the rambunctious comment. That threw me off. Now, I will agree with that. That threw me off, too. You know what? This commenter here is talking crazy. Tanya, cut it out. No, I think she's alive. No. The rambunctious comment was odd because to me, he was telling what his life has been like with those kids. He wasn't speaking like somebody who's concerned about the children. He's speaking about what the hell him and that woman been going through with them kids. They all over the place. They doing this, they doing that. They into this, they into that. If you see them, they're going to be rambunctious. So he was spinning the web of what his life has been like with those children. Melissa, how you doing? Thanks for joining me. Right, more annoyed. So see, that's what people don't understand about people who are killers. They don't think before they speak. They will talk to you and spin stories, but it's really they're telling you what the hell's been going on. Him and Jacqueline were fed up with those kids. That's why he made that comment during the interview with the news. If you see them, they'll be rambunctious. Bottom line. Let's put the cards on the table. Most young people don't handle having a lot of children these days. Well, see, that's the reason why you need to think about having kids. Like I said, everybody makes mistakes. They have children. They realize, it's hard raising them. Maybe they don't get no help. They can't take care of them. Okay, you make a decision to let somebody raise your kid, family, friend, adoption, whatever, however it goes. But you don't continue having children when you already had a problem raising one kid. And see, that's what I don't understand about people. And they could be an older person. They could be a younger person. If you had a hard time raising one, what makes you think that you could go out here and have another kid and another kid and it would be better? You could have your own kid. It don't work out. So that's what I'm saying. People need to think before having the children after one experience that didn't work out after you had them. You understand what I'm saying? You had one child that didn't work out. Well, maybe you need to think about not having another one. You don't keep having more. If you were financially strapped and had one, why would you go have another one? That's the point I'm making. It's think after you go into motherhood, fatherhood, whatsoever, you realize it's not working for you. You don't keep going having more kids. He said it in the past tense. Okay, I have to listen to that again. I thought he said that when you see them, they will be rambunctious. But I'm saying these people, to me, were getting these kids for profit. And I'm very leery when I think about the other two adopted children. Who's to say 1 year from now, them two would not have gone missing? Y'all better stay woke out here. Because just as quick as you knocked off these two and got rid of them, 9 times out of 10, you would have done it with them too. And how you going to explain having 4 missing kids? No, rambunctious is basically what it says. Let me read it. Hold on. Let me read it. Definition, rambunctious.
Here's the definition of rambunctious. Informal. Uncontrollably exuberant, boisterous.
The definition of rambunctious. Uncontrollably exuberant, boisterous, unrestrained. They got all type of definitions for the word. Irrepressible, exuberant, uproarious, noisy, rollicking, loud, clamorous, unruly, disorderly, rowdy, riotous, badly behaved, undisciplined, ill-disciplined, unmanageable, uncontrolled, ungovernable, uncontrollable, obstreperous, whatever that is, disruptive, wild, rough, rambunctious, rampageous, quiet, the opposite. Okay, I went to the opposite. So see, those are the words that is used for it. Well, Leslie, that's the point. Boys are different than girls. And you also have girls who can be rambunctious. They can run around, get into stuff, mess up stuff, cuss, fuss, fall out on the floor. It's all the same. But see, look at all these different definitions for the word. It is an adjective. Undisciplined, unmanageable, uncontrollable, ungovernable, uncontrolled, rough, wild, disruptive, exuberant, boisterous, unrestrained, irrepressible. Those are the words that come up in the dictionary. Whew. Golly, I'm just sick of this shit. This is just ridiculous to me. I'm trying to come up with y'all words, ain't coming up. Perhaps, hypothetically, the children had some type of mental issues and the adoptive was head over heels, maybe. What you mean head over heels, Tanya? Well, listen at what I'm saying to you all. You a stranger taking in strangers. Well, Pallets, you don't never know how you doing. Right, Melissa, that's where I'm at. You shouldn't be fostering kids because you should know these children don't belong to you. So you're getting children who could have mental issues, physical issues, all of that. This is the reason why I told you all why people don't want to adopt children who have an identity. But we also have to remember they did get those kids fairly young. So 1 or 2 years old, you still should be able to tame these children. It's not like getting an 8 or 9 year old. You got these kids at 1 year old. So what the hell are you talking about? God, y'all got so many comments. I can't even keep up. Wait a minute. My thing is running. Well, maybe the parents had enough. They had with rowdy kids, perhaps mental issues. The oldest boy is deaf. I thought I heard. Yes, he is. The way Trezell speaks, he wouldn't have let them run amok. Well, some people think he was militant. Like, is it weird? Why to blame the kids? Well, the point is, like, how this stuff said, they're babies. That's the point everybody needs to remember. You took in these strangers' children for whatever reason. So that's the spoken word. So, like you said, Nitra, good point. You get money from the state. If you see ones having developmental problems, not minding, not behaving, then you need to take them to see a therapist to see what the hell is going on. But see, my thing is, who's to say that you didn't take these kids in for facetious reasons? So if you took the children in as a way to just get money, it don't really matter what was wrong with the kids. It wouldn't matter if they was quiet, rambunctious. It don't matter. Right. They never wanted the kids. It was all about the money. So that's where I'm going to lean towards. That it wouldn't have mattered what the children were doing and not doing. You two were strapped for money, broke. You went over here to the bank to try to get loans. You couldn't steal a loan, and finally you got a loan. You kept that woman waiting 6 months to buy her house from her. It's all BS. You were running from something in Bakersfield, and you went and met this lady over here who had the house you're in now, and you misled her into thinking you could buy that house, and you didn't have a dime or nothing to work with, obviously, because you need to get a damn bank loan. And if you did have some money to put down, it still wasn't enough because you couldn't secure a loan. So you finally got some money up some kind of way and took it to that woman. Now, where the fuck you got that money from? I don't know. I don't know. I don't know if you got part loan, part money. It's all suspicious to me. Of course, it's scandalous. They were running through that money. But it's all messed up. It's obvious these people are not up to par. They're hood, they're street people. Unsolved mystery. You got that right. We don't know what them kids are. Everrock said, I bet they were always broke. Check that. Nietzsche says ghetto. I can't with y'all. Well, it's obvious. They ain't had no jobs. They leaning on the state to take care of these kids. It's crazy. She said that lady didn't even know they had kids. Well, okay, Vicky said it's COVID's fault. Well, that's what I'm saying. She made some type of comment on the Chris Thorne show that when they came, they didn't have the kids. So I don't know if she's saying they didn't have the two little ones, or they only had the four with them, or they didn't have none of them with them. See, that's the thing about when people say stuff, if they're not descriptive, you don't really know what they're saying. That's why it threw me off when the neighbors were saying they didn't see none of the children. Well, you say you ain't see the children. What are you saying? I didn't see all the kids, or I didn't see the two that you're saying is missing. And that's why I told you. Do you know the children? Do you know what they look like? To where you can say who was getting in a car, van, whatever. But now we see they counted 4 heads. So even if you don't know their names, you didn't have a clear view, because as you see, that's a nice little distance between where the guy's house is and their house, because they got all that yard in the front of the house. The point is, on December 19th, that man counted 4 heads getting in that damn van. That's all she wrote. Well, the first charge they got is filing a false police report. Because the video shows you had 4 kids in that van. So they're going to ask you, where were the 2 on the 19th? So then you got to explain where 2 of your children were. So what you going to say? And see, they don't know if the video is grainy or not. They can still lie even then and say, well, 2 were with our mama. Remember that? In that video, you really can't see those kids, who they are, from the perspective from us. The only people going to be able to blow that up is the FBI. But them 2 can still lie and say, 2 was with my grandmama, my auntie, my mama. And they can still play like the 2 that's missing were the 2 getting in that van. See, I didn't think about that. That's why I tell you, you got to think of everything. Well, how this stuff right? The FBI can zoom that in. But what I'm saying is, if I'm the suspect, I'm not thinking about them zooming it in. I can easily just lie and say, oh, the two were there, but I had left two with my other mama, cousin, whoever. That's what I'm saying. Right. Tanya made a good point. Two, I took to church and dropped them off. It was a Sunday. That's my point. They're going to lie and say two kids was missing. Because 9 times out of 10, the police had already confronted them about the video. Right. It's 2 weeks later. They've already talked to them about that video. They ain't wasting no time telling them what they found in that video. But that's the point. They're not going to come to us and tell us, the public, that they got questioned about only being with 4 kids on the 19th. And I bet you they ain't told their family about that video. That, oh, they saw us on video with only 4 kids 2 days before we made the police report. Now, who was this talking? Yeah, but there's footage going back 24/7, 30 days on all houses. Wouldn't the cops have confiscated all the footage? Well, I'm sure they have. Ever Ross, but the boys never lived there. Well, baby, we don't know if they lived there or not. We just know that we just not getting this footage a few hours ago that they only had 4 heads coming out getting in the van. But that's why I'm saying it's going to be up to the detectives and FBI to watch the footage from this person's house to see who was coming in and out of the house, to give a time frame of if the children ever came to the house or if they only came with the 4. That's the point. And that's why we haven't gotten any information from the authorities. They're still probably getting their information to bring forth charges. So they've got to have everything together before they can bring a charge to the DA. Nitra, right. It'll play out in the weeks to come. I just hope it hurry up. I'm ready because I'm sick of talking about these folks. All this old duck, goose and these games they playing. I'm sick of talking about these folks. I won't doubt it. I won't doubt that on the 19th of December, when they went shopping at 11:32 p.m. a.m., they did not have the 2 missing children. The children were already gone. Now, they probably lied to the police and said, oh, well, we had the other 2 over here, over there. No, you didn't have the 2 because you ain't had the 2. You didn't bring the 2 to Cal City. You never had the 2 because you don't care. You've been using the state to hoard children for profit. And that's how I feel. As I had said earlier, pull my notepad out. The line of business for Jacqueline and Trezelle West was hoarding children for profit. And that's how I feel. That they have used the system, the state, to hoard children for welfare benefits and Medicare and food stamps. And I think you 2 are probably junkies and you've been using the state to aid your drug habits and or for monetary gain. And I won't be surprised if we find out later if they test them for drugs, they probably get high. And we already know they like to drink because the baby mama said she looked in the garbage can. I said, damn, y'all show was really peeping. Found liquor bottles and sawdust in the garbage can allegedly. So these 2 like to get crunk and drink. You don't want to cut your baby's hair, but you can go buy some liquor bottles. $31 in the room, 39 thumbs up. Thank you for joining me. This is utter buffoonery. I'm so disgusted right now. I was very emotional in the beginning of this video. I started out, I thought I was going to be able to maintain myself, but I just couldn't. I'm sick of these stories. I'm sick of these stories. Well, see, this is what y'all need to understand. Let me say this again. We do not know what was found in the house. We do not know what was found in the house. We do not know what the FBI took out of those bags, took out of the house. So see, besides this video being uploaded, and this guy now deciding to come on and tell the truth and show the video, we do not know what was in them damn bags. We know the dog said they've been in here, but they ain't been outside the house. So we don't know if they brought their belongings from the apartment, from Bakersfield, or they brought the kids with them and killed them in the house and carried them out in a bag, a pillowcase, a sheet, or whatever. Well, I don't know. AC Watt, that's a good question. I wonder if the police has processed the apartment in Bakersfield. That's a very good point. Has the police gone back to Bakersfield to see what was left in the old apartment? Very good question statement. Has the police, FBI, gone back to the old apartment? Lord, can you imagine going up in there and somebody living up in there? They're like, what you want to do? What you coming to my apartment for? Well, we need to pull up the carpet. We need to pull up this. Oh, Lord. And you know they go in apartments and clean apartments out and paint and do all that before a new person moves in. This has been an interesting live. I did a 3-hour live before jumping on here because I wanted to start a new live because 3 hours was too long. And I wanted to bring you all the 411. But this is just baffling and sickening. It's all just messed up. Selling young organs is a big thing. Well, let me address that to some of you about the organ harvesting. Because a lot of you, I don't think, really know what that entails. You cannot just cut up an organ out somebody's body and go take it over here next door because it doesn't work like that. You all need to know if you decide that you want to go get a drug test and you know you can't pass the drug test because you've been smoking weed or doing whatever, you can't go pee in a cup or go hold a pee in something and then pour it into a vial or whatever cup in a bathroom and hand it over to the person that don't work. And trust me, I already know about that. You understand what I'm saying? Because it's about your body temperature. So it's the same thing for the organ harvesting. The organ has to be on ice so many hours before it will be deteriorate. So if somebody way over in California need a heart and you get cut over here in New York, that damn organ got to be flown to California with the quick and the hurry to get into the person's heart in California. Do you understand what I'm saying? Melissa says they keep the person up child support at the end. Usually, let's see. Usually when they do organ transplant. Well, that's what I'm saying. A lot of people just think you can just walk around and cut somebody's heart out and liver and just be holding on to it like collateral. No, the organ can only last so long outside of ice. It can't last none without being on ice. Let me say that. The organ has to be on ice and it's flown by Lifestar to one location to the other. And then you know the doctor's got to prep, get ready, do all that. So, you know, I don't know where people get all these myths about the organ harvesting, but it's not like what y'all think. You just cut an organ out and then just call somebody on the phone and say, hey, I got a heart for sale. Right. It takes a medical person to understand how to remove organs and transfer it to another person. And that's what I'm saying, is that an organ has to stay on ice for only, I think, 6 hours or so. So you already got to know who getting ready to go get that organ. You got to already be able to take the organ to the place, to put it on an airplane and fly it to the next place. And I said the only people that can orchestrate organ harvesting are doctors. Only people who can orchestrate organ harvesting would be a doctor, because he'd have to know this person over here is sick and need a heart or a liver. He'd have to get in cahoots with the family to say, pay me such and such money under the table, I'll get your heart or liver. And then they call him and say, oh, somebody just died with a heart or liver. But hell, it's going to have to be somewhere close. It can't be nowhere from across the country, because you got to fly it to the people. You have to fly it in. It ain't going to come by no bicycle. I'm just saying. Lord have mercy. And that's a topic I don't like dealing. I don't even like dealing with that type of talk. Organ harvesting. I don't like the stuff about the human trafficking. I hate hearing about any of this type of stuff. Because my brother, he's a conspiracy theorist, and he loves conspiracy theorists. He believes in Illuminati, and he always talking about human trafficking and this and that. I told him, I'm not saying that people aren't human trafficked, but most of the people that do dirt, it's just regular people you around that harm you. It don't be nobody on the outside. Now, you do have cases of strangers hurting strangers, but a lot of people that hurt you are people that know you, and that's just the truth. Dude, love you, but what that got to do with the tea? Leslie, are you getting jiggy in my chat? What tea you talking about? You see that they branch off the subject. You must don't follow the queen, because these people will talk about anything in the chat. We could be talking about one thing, and before you know it, we talking about ice cream. I mean, yeah. Melissa said it always. Yes. My fans talk about everything. We can be talking about something horrible, and the next minute they jump off and be talking about something else. Just like I'm sitting here thinking about some hot tamales and some potato chips. No disrespect to these young boys, but Queen is hungry right now. I'm saying, drinking this wine, they got a queen hungry. Okay. It's snack time. This is why I ain't gonna be able to keep no weight. No, keep my weight off. This late night snacking. It's like Bert. Okay, Bert and Ernie. You know what? Say what? It's like Bert and Ernie. What you saying? What you saying? Yeah, I'm waiting on this. What you mean it's like Bert and Ernie? What you saying? You already making comments about the tea. So what we just said, you don't like us talking about other subjects in the chat? Okay. Nitra do. Nitra's a fan. Nitra holds on. Nitra, I'm surprised you ain't never called me up on Instagram. You text, you like my pictures and stuff, but you don't never call the queen and say, hey queen, how you doing? You don't say nothing. I'm just saying. My family knows Queen and know I have to be on YouTube. Ah! You so funny. To see her commentary. Well, thank you so much. I appreciate that. They might be wondering, what are you doing up? You at the bottom too. You way down low below. What you in crooked letter I, Mississippi? What they saying in Mississippi about this story? Do your neighbors and friends talk about these children missing? Because this is sad to me. These people been walking around here talking to the news and lying to folks. Won't say nothing else. Then disappeared and left. It's sad. Okay, Melissa, I'm going to spank you. You got to go to work at 4 a.m. Hey, so why you need to go to bed? Because I need to go to bed too, because I got to get up. I got something I got to take care of in the morning. And I don't need to be up this damn late. I'm trying to get my stimulus money. I got to have mine. I got to have all of my stimulus 27 in the chat. Died down. 40 thumbs up. Well, it's an hour and 34 minutes. I'm going to end this chat because I basically said everything I need to say, how I feel about the situation. For those who come in the chat don't know, a video has been released by another YouTuber. And it has shown that on the morning of December 19th, the West family only had 4 children getting into the van. AV Watchmen United, if you need verification for this commentary I brought in my video today. These people have lied to you about the children missing from the backyard. Now, they can lie and say, well, if you only see us with 4 kids, that's because 2 was somewhere else, if they can't make it out clearly. But that's the thing about lying. They wasn't expecting no neighbor to have no camera, so they don't know exactly what the camera shows. So they're going to lie to the end. Oh, the other 2 was at my mama's house, her mama's house, auntie, whatever. But all in all, it's all sick and it's sad because the family has rode the ride with these people, some of them at least, because I don't know these people. But I know the brother Jamal Watkins has, because he decided to jump on this platform called The Medium and post up there alongside their name that he's supporting these people. And that you all need to come over to this platform to listen to what they have to say. But like I've said to you all, who's going to pay to hear you lie? Who's going to pay to hear you lie? And why should people have to go to a site to pay when you should have been glad to talk to the news about anything you want to say to the public about your children? And that's how I feel about the situation. That Jacqueline and Giselle West are liars. They're grand manipulators. They are hustlers. And they only took in those kids to milk the state for their own monetary gain. And I don't know if they are drug users, drug addicts, but I do not trust them. And I do not think they are genuine people. Vicky, I don't even know why you're asking that question. They took the kids in to foster them because they did it for money. They had no intention of caring for these children. This ruse was not going to last long, which I believe that's the reason why we have 2 children missing. They used the state to take these children in to get money. I don't think they ever had intention of keeping these children. They knew they were possibly going to knock these kids out, sell these kids, whatever. Like I said, for their benefit, they better hope somebody brings the children back if they did sell them. If they did sell them, you better hope somebody drops them off. Because the worst case scenario would be you sold them, but the people who got them killed them. Y'all didn't think about that, did you? You see, that's why I said there's so many variables with the story. These people could have actually sold those children. And that's where they got the money from to buy that house that they're in. Because they had problems securing a loan for the house. And I brought you that said information through the Chris Thorne's show, who is also on YouTube. He has the interview with the lady who lived there before, who sold them the house. So who's to say that the money that they got from her, the money they got from the bank or whomever, was illegal money to purchase the house? Allegedly. Thank you, baby. Tanya, thank you. Everything on this channel is allegedly for entertainment purposes only. Right. But something is suspicious with their behavior. Something is suspicious with the transaction with the lady who they sold, who they bought the house from, how they brought her the money, how long it took to process, which is a total of 6 months. You know, it don't take that long to do no transaction with trying to buy a house from somebody. You either have the money or you don't. You either can get the money from the bank or you can't. They did not have money, obviously, and they couldn't secure a loan. You can't have one without the other. If you got money, you will put money down and go to the bank. You don't got money, you'll go to the bank to secure the loan. So you see, they were fraudulent in trying to buy a house. So one could take that and say, who are these people? What is their motivation to dick this woman around with the sale of a house? So if you would then dick a woman around about the house, who's to say how you got the money to get the house? I don't know, Nietzsche. And that's another thing. You don't hear anything about a job, where they work, who they work for. You ever heard nothing about co-workers coming forward to say, hey, guess what? That's my friend. That's my co-worker. You need some reward money. You need this. You need that. Why hasn't there been one person come forward to say, hey, he works for me. I'm offering up reward money. Hey, we're sorry to hear about our employers' children going missing. Because these are two frauds. It's obvious. You ever heard one person speak up to say that they work for them? That they're aiding help to find the children? That's right. Nobody has claimed it. Not one person has come forward to say, I am Jacqueline's or Trezelle's employer. We are aiding in the help to find their children. You now want to get some stinky site, the medium, with your brother, Mr. Watkins. So we have to also ask, who's going to get the money from that site? Okay, Tanya says, I wonder was the adoptive father and biological mother in cahoots together? Just asking. Well, that has come up. And a lot of people don't want to hear anything derogatory about the baby's mother. But like I tell people, you don't know the baby's mother, and nor do you know these people. So anything can have transpired because we don't know these people. And I'm not getting ready to back nobody on this channel because I don't know these people. And I'm not getting ready to say who would and would not do something. Vicky says if they all of a sudden come up with a house, then there should be. And that's the point. We don't know these people. Does Trezelle got a woman on the side? Nitra, who want her? Bye, Felicia. I ain't about to start with you. What's she gonna get with him? He ain't got nothing. Let me tell y'all something. And I'm going to check out here because I'm 1 hour and 42 minutes in. I go by what I see. That's who I am. That's where my gift of discernment comes from. I don't see what other people see. I don't hear what other people hear. Hold on a minute. The baby's birth mother didn't know where the kids were. See how this stuff, I don't know. That's the whole point of this whole story. We don't even know how she got up there to know where the kids were. I don't know how she knew that they didn't have one present under the tree. We don't know any of this. Somebody gonna have to bring a receipt. It's what I keep telling you all. Because I do not know how the mother knew where they were. She told people she didn't have a relationship with the family. So my thing is, how would you know where to go find them when you heard the kids was missing? Who notified you? That's another thing you all haven't addressed. Who called her to tell her her biological children were missing? See, it's too many holes in all of this. Who called you, Ryan Dean, to tell you your kids were missing? Did you know where they lived before the children went missing? Hell, what is the real story about how the children got missing? Sorry, my TV jumped out. How do we even know? Good night, Joelle. Joelle, I didn't even know you were still listening. Lord, have mercy. Bao mom friend spoke on her behalf. Okay, Nitra, you talking about that girl that's got a channel. But she ain't seen her in 5 years. I'll wait. Yeah, I said that. Don't get the queen started. How's somebody gonna tell you something about somebody they ain't seen in 5 years? So then that means you just telling us he said, she said. Right. The biological and adoptive parents know more than what they say. That's why I kept telling you all, don't get wrapped up in the Facebook and he said, she said, or what people talking about on social media, because if you're not hearing it from the horse's mouth with a receipt, You do not know what is the truth. And somebody coming on live talking about, I know her, but you ain't seen her in 5 years, then you can't tell me nothing about her. You can only speak of what you knew somebody did at that time when you was hanging around her. Just like right now, I can tell you, well, she was real nice when I last saw her. She took care of her kids when I last saw her. But I can't speak for nothing thereafter because I ain't seen her. And I don't hang with her. And frankly, you can't talk about what the fuck somebody did 5 years ago because we're talking about the present tense. That's why you can't speak about what the hell went on in high school. High school and 30 ain't the same. What somebody did at 15, they ain't doing at 30. They ain't even doing at 22. People change. People change. People change. People go through different things in 5 years. So just because I saw you dressing your kids and putting hair bows on them in 1995, what the hell that's got to do with what the hell going on in 2000? You understand my drift? It's 2021. How you was living in 2016 ain't got nothing to do with now. You might have been wearing designer clothes in 2016. That don't mean you wearing Versace and Gucci in 2021. She didn't know they moved out of the state. How did they in the same state? What you saying? Bakersfield is only over an hour away. When the story broke the news, she received the information. She said she didn't know they moved out of state. You mean moved out of the city? There's a difference. Because the searchers just went to Bakersfield days ago to search that location where they came from. That's in California. Bakersfield is in California. California City is in California. So it ain't no moved out of state. So what are y'all talking about? You mean she didn't know they moved out of Bakersfield to California? It's only an hour's drive. So they didn't go far. They didn't go out of state for what the information is being brought forth. But this is what you all need to know, and I'm going to check out of here because you're really not listening to me, I don't think. The West didn't owe her no explanation about anything. They just did a search a couple of days ago, regular civilians of Bakersfield apartment. The adoptive parents don't owe you no explanation about your children once documents have been signed that they are the legal guardian. So you may want contact with your kids, but it is up to the adoptive parents to make that decision if they want to have you in the child's life or give you any type of information. So when that Ryan Dean said she had rights and this and that, no, you did not, sweetheart. That's got to be the law in every state. It's up to the parents to decide if they want to keep you involved with the children. That's their choice. You don't have any rights. Because if you had rights, the West would have never been able to adopt those boys. Yes, it is. Leslie, you just been poking all night. What's going on with you? I know tomorrow's another day, baby. But this is my channel and I'm running my live. I don't think people are really paying attention to what's been said. Okay, let me listen to what Tanya got to say because this is messing me up. Tanya says that part because they were adoptive parents. In this case, I believe adoptive parents and biological parents were in constant communication. Why you say that, Tanya? Before I get out this live, I want you to explain that to me. I want to know why you think that. What have you learned that gives you that opinion? Because I'm confused. What has been revealed that makes you think? Because of the stuff you're hearing from the baby mama out her mouth, that you always got to remember, we don't know what's truth or not because we don't have no receipts to why the baby mama has come up with all these things that she's allegedly saying about sawdust in the garbage, liquor bottles in the garbage. The hair not combed, clothes unkempt. They ain't getting a haircut. Cause see, I questioned that in my live the other night. I said, how does she know all this stuff if she ain't talking to them? They ain't sending her pictures. She ain't video chatting with her children. They turned her down 2 Christmases ago for gifts, Christmas gifts. They wouldn't let her bring gifts, her and her mama. So did they turn the other cheek? How did she know all this information? How did she know that they wanted for 2 Christmas presents under the Christmas tree? Did they let her in on December 21st when she came asking about her kids? Did she go up under the Christmas tree and look to see, oh, there's only 1 gift under here for my kids? How does she know all of this? I am curious to know that. Because this is very suspicious to me. When she was speaking about how they were kept as well as during visitation after her rights were taken, she hasn't seen them boys or spoken to them. Okay, so you're talking about she only saw them before. I listened for one. How parents knew babies were missing. Gifts under the tree. How she has so much information. Now Vicky saying how. That's the point I'm trying to make to you all. All this is gossip from Facebook and posts of wherever people get information. Okay, Everrock said old information. Could be. Because let me tell you all this, and I'm going to check out of here because I'm starting to get a little irritated. When she told you all on the news that her and her mama tried to give Christmas gifts, if you go to her Facebook post, somebody questioned her about that, and she replied, I'm back. I'm buffering. Ryan Dean Paprika says, that was 2018 Christmas when I tried to give gifts to the kids, me and my mama, and they denied me. Why would you mention that in 2020 that you was denied trying to give the children gifts? That don't got nothing to do with 2020. So see, that's what made me think, is this woman been telling us the truth about anything? Because to cry on TV and say, I tried to take Christmas gifts or give gifts, but they wouldn't take them. That was 2 years ago. Them kids were probably still, yes, they were. 2 years ago, they were still in foster care. So think about that. The West did not get full custody until April 2019. So in 2018, listen to me good. In December, that's what I'm saying. In December 2018, the West didn't want her to bring gifts. Her and her mama. Why would you mention that weeks ago in your conversation? Right. She ain't seen them in 2 years. I believe that is true. So why would you mention that in a live interview in front of the news and the world about something that happened 2 years ago when they were in foster care? They did not have adoption papers on those kids at that time. So why would I believe anything that Miss Dean has to say when you just misled the public about Christmas gifts? People are assuming you're talking about days before. They don't know that you mean 2 years ago. Well, Everrock says she said she's a good mom. It could be true because it was during the time she was still going to court order visitation. Okay, you see how this stuff, that's why I said, I don't know about none of that. I can't prove that she had visitation back in 2018 and what was going on because I haven't seen any verification to prove anything. Right, it doesn't apply to now. Thank you, Everrock. That's my point. If you don't show receipts, I don't know when you complied with everything. I don't know what you did. I don't know how you actually lost custody. I don't know if you turned in all your paperwork. I don't know if you went to all the courses and the classes and did mandatory drug testing. People are now saying you smoke weed, have medical marijuana, and that's why the judge turned on you and said, or made the decision, no. We don't want the kids with you. You ain't explained why they took it away from your family. Is it because your family had too many kids? Is it because of the marijuana use? Is it because of other accusations? See, I don't know because I ain't seen no receipts. And I don't care about nobody getting mad at me saying you ain't rallying for her. I ain't got to rally for her because I don't know her. Right. You said it, Tanya. We don't know nothing over here. and I don't know nothing. Well, judges smoke weed too. Okay, Leslie, really? Anyway, you're starting to aggravate me now. The point I'm making is I don't know Ryan Dean. I don't know the West family. I don't know all the intricate details of why Miss Dean lost her children. I don't know how she knows all this stuff about the children not getting their hair cut. 2 Christmas gifts under the tree. Hey, Lita, yes, I'm about to go off because I'm getting aggravated. I'm out 1 hour, 55 minutes in. What I'm saying to you all is you cannot listen to everything that people say without a receipt. You were just listening to 2 people tell you that their children were missing from playing in the backyard writing chalk on the wall. Now you got a video 2 weeks later showing you they got in the van 2 days before with just 4 children. So you don't know. Okay. Just Queen jumped on. Dean hasn't came out and showed any receipts. Well, see, Just Queen let somebody tell me, oh, she showed where she went to court and did this. She ain't showed me. Okay, Pandora said the baby mama could have been stalking them. See, those are all, that's why I kept telling you. There's thousands of variables you can bring in a story. Eva Rocks, let me read Eva Rock's comment, because it's a very interesting. Miss Dean appears out of nowhere weeping to collect for her children she hasn't seen in 2 years. She made the decision to give up. I don't even know if it was a matter of her giving them up, Eva Rocks. It could be just what they said. They took her kids. She didn't give them up. The judge made a decision according to whatever the social worker saw, and he made or she made a decision. Right. I'm like Lita. Everything dealing with these people is ridiculous because we don't know what's the truth. So this is what I'm trying to say to people who want me to ride or die for the mother, the biological mother. If the people who had the children have lied to us in the news, and we just got a video surveillance to show that they didn't have the kids on the 19th, why am I supposed to believe something that the baby mama got to say? Do you all follow what I'm saying? Why should I, at 49, believe anybody pertaining to this storyline? Because at this point, that's what it is. It's a big-ass story. Like that Medium channel that they went to sign up for. This is a story that should be on the Medium site. Just Queen says they all suspicious liars and failed these kids. Well, that's how I feel. Nobody has to agree with me. I don't care. It doesn't matter. I can stick with my opinion and I can sleep on my opinion. I'm done. Well, Everrock, we can't say CPS can be fired because you got to remember, if they did a thorough background and listen to what these people had to say, then that's all they could go on. You don't know how people actually feel inside. See, I can tell you anything in an interview. I love kids. I want kids. I'm this, I'm that. You check my background, you investigate my friends, my family, everything checks out. That's that. You approve me. But that doesn't mean you know me. You don't know me. Like, share, subscribe. Drop your comments below. Thanks for tuning in. God bless all of you. I'll be back on with another video when I get to said information. I will be bringing more can't get the word out. Commentary about other said situations. Just Queen, that's how I feel. Something was going on with the baby. Fractured leg. The doctor is the one who spoke off and got this ball crunk. For those who want to blame CPS, it's the doctor who got the ball crunk. Because he said what he had to say in his report, which led to CPS making their decision. Let me see what you said. The West checked out on paper. They had no reason to reject them, but still, one special needs kid and another kid, 2 under 10, And $2, yeah, great decision. Well, this is what I keep telling you all about life. You can't go back. You can't go back. You think CPS at this point don't realize they failed? They know that now. But what could they do if they said they did everything by the book? Because in the end, you have no guarantee who is who. Sheep's, wolves, you know the rest. You don't know people. My Cash App is $ Big Angie 129. $ Big Angie 129 is my Cash App. Thank you so very much. Thank you. Just Queen, you're right. It's all sad all the way around. Thank you so much. Yes, and I'm on Instagram, Big Sexy 71. If you ever want to reach out to me, I'm going to end this live so everybody can go to bed. But know that this story is like most stories. It's going to have all kind of twists and turns. It's going to have all kind of variables. You're going to think this way. But I keep telling you, don't listen to the rhetoric and the gossip and the Facebook posts and all that. Because in the end, that shit don't mean nothing. You don't know people. And this case is a prime example of a child being taken away from his biological mother, 2 children, placed in foster care, placed with some people who then adopted them, and now they're missing. And they lied to the public about the children being disappearing from the yard. And now we have 2 weeks later, video surveillance showing 2 days before the report that the people got into a van with only 4 children. And that's the spoken word. Well, it don't matter, Just Queen, at this point now. It don't matter, baby. It don't matter. You see, nothing matters at this point because the deal is done. The children got taken away. They got placed. These people were not who the CPS thought they were. And that's just the bottom line. Everybody gonna lose their mind on this one. When everybody wake up and get the notifications on their phone about that damn video, California gonna blow up into small pieces come later on today. It's on now, baby. It's on now. Like, share, subscribe, drop comments below. Thanks for joining me. This is Everyday Shenanigans. I'm out of here. Good night. Good morning. Bye-bye.